A very warm welcome to IDFC First Bank presents Leaders of Tomorrow Season 13. I'm Ritvika Gupta and today we are spotlighting two sectors powering India's lifestyle and hospitality growth. From textiles to hospitality, we unpack trends and outlook. In the first segment, I speak to Sarah Arora, co-founder Sansaar by Décor, and in the second segment, a conversation lined up with Reema Devan, Vice President Design and Technical Services, Décor India and South Asia. Sarah, welcome to Leaders of Tomorrow. Pleasure chatting with you today.
Thank you.
So, first things first, I want to know what is your inspiration behind Sansaar, because Décor is one of India's largest textile, exporters, and it also has a global footprint. So what, inspired you to build on that, strong family-run B2B legacy and, come up with a consumer-facing brand like Sansaar?
So, Décor obviously has built a reputation over years, both globally and domestically. I think it's been a journey that's been stimulated by technical innovation, by consistency. We always say, I think operating in the B2B space only, especially for us and not in the D2C space, is like working with one eye closed.
Right.
So with Sansaar, especially with Indian consumption at its peak, with Sansaar, we kind of identified a very clear gap. Especially for the new age customer, we wanted to launch an eco-conscious brand. And there's a common misconception that sustainability equals to a higher price point.
Right.
And I think with Décor's manufacturing capabilities and the scale and infrastructure that we had, we wanted to be the leaders who tell the customer and educate the customer that, listen, sustainability does not go with a higher price point.
Fantastic. Like we were just speaking before the interview, our show is watched by a lot of, young entrepreneurs, small business owners. And when we speak of the MSME ecosystem, family-run businesses is a big part of the ecosystem. Right. Tell me, when you decided to sort of start Sansaar, what does it really take to, think like a business and operate like a startup within that legacy business?
That's a good question. I feel like what you just said is the core of what we do at Sansaar, that balance between a legacy business and the agility of a startup.
Yeah.
I think, we're also different generations as founders.
Sure.
I think to begin with, that really helps us. So my co-founder, who is also my sister, is about 8 years older than me. We also have very conflicting personalities that complement each other. There are certainly things that we take from being a legacy business, and there are lots of things we take as a startup, because Sansaar in a way is a startup. I'll just talk about things we take from a legacy business standpoint. Sure. So I think for me personally, I learned the speed of execution and the importance of speed actually very early on into the business. So I think with startups, founders take a little bit more time to dwell on what's the perfect product or the perfect go-to-market strategy. Sure. I personally think going to market is important. With a great strategy, there'll always be something better.
Yeah.
At Sansaar, we're always being a better version of ourselves. So I think that's one main thing. Definitely, Décor as a legacy business has been built over consistency, discipline, and really strong relationships with our dealers.
Yeah.
So I think that's something Sansaar would love to and is trying to carry forward. Having said that, in terms of a startup, I feel like the speed and agility, right? Legacy businesses, family businesses in general, there's a lot of hierarchy that delays decision making. I actually think that in startups, there's a very flat structure. Everyone is very open. So what we do at Sansaar is we really want to understand from the people who are closest to the customer and closest to the product. So for example, our merchandisers, making our product every day, we want them to be involved in the key decisions. we want to operate like a startup in terms of taking their opinions and also
Sure.
empowering our people. So I think that's it. And also I think one main thing is branding, right? First, traditional branding used to work so well. Your billboards, it still does work very well.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of our budget has shifted to digital as well, just because we're always on our phones. We're always consuming content.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that balance is also very important.
Tell me, what are the biggest structural shifts, or the trends are you seeing in the home decor market? You spoke about sustainability,
Right.
but what other trends are you seeing?
So there are definitely a few prominent trends. Technology to begin with means investing in like constant R&D. Like with Sansaar, we just set up a fully robotic warehouse,
Sure.
which it allows us to deliver to customers very, very quick. Now, today, in a day and age where we're getting things in 10 minutes and 15 minutes,
Yeah.
nobody's going to wait a week or two, right? So that's a main structural shift I see. People today are not very patient, to say the least, because we're getting everything
Yeah.
fast. Another thing is customers really want to know the why behind the product. So they're not just buying a product to buy the product. They really want to know the entire process. Sustainability, we see a huge demand for sustainable products. People are curious. People want to know what sustainability is. Why are you sustainable? Because I feel like a lot of people tend to greenwash also.
Right.
So that's what like we hear from our dealers also. Another thing is we see a lot of growth from tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 markets.
Okay.
Because of the rising disposable income.
Sure.
So yeah, that's another structural shift we see. We see people, especially after COVID, spending much more on their renovations of their homes. Holiday homes are becoming such a big thing due to wellness. So there are a lot of structural shifts I personally see in the market that will only cause a rapid growth in the home decor industry.
And these days, a lot of millennial and Gen Zs are also, taking interest in home decor personally. Are you seeing what is the new age buying behavior like?
So like I said, people want you to be really transparent with them. I feel like people are buying into like a philosophy more than a product. Also, today it's less utility driven and more identity driven, right?
Right.
Like earlier, a lot of bold patterns, like fancy colors used to sell. Right now, everyone is opting for like timeless designs that can withstand every single mood or aesthetic that they want. So yeah.
Yeah, nice. Sarah, Sansaar is one business, that doesn't have any external funding, right? Tell me, just walk us through what are the advantages as well as the challenges, in terms of taking legacy capital versus, VC funding.
Right. Of course, there are pros and cons to both.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the biggest pros is that we have full control. So we're not chasing short-term numbers. We're able to chase our long-term vision. We're able to really build on the ethos of our brand without kind of being without having conflicting interests.
Sure.
We're all pretty aligned to scale sustainability. I think that's one of the biggest pros. Of course, there's so much we want to do in such a short period of time. But because it's internal capital on the line, there's definitely, we can't place 10 bets at once, right? We have to go with the high conviction ones. So that's not ideal, but I also feel like overall, because we don't have external funding, our unit economics is just healthier from the beginning.
Right.
So we're sustainability scaling, we're able to deliver the way we want with healthy margins. And I think it's definitely, we've seen the growth year on year. Sansaar has had like a 15% year on year growth, which is commendable because the footprint that Sansaar has established in the first 2 years with about 500 stores pan India is something that we dreamed of one day, right?
Yeah.
So I think we're definitely playing with a long-term vision here for the long game.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Fantastic. Sarah, you spoke about technology earlier, and technology is indeed moving the needle, in every aspect of the business, whether it's design or supply chain. But tell me, what is that one technological initiative do you think will have the potential to really disrupt the home decor market?
Good question. I think definitely AI, but AI in terms of predicting the next best color or the next best design, or kind of like giving very, very personalized recommendations to our customer. Like, I would love for you to walk into my store and without having a person, you know exactly what you want.
Right.
And I think AI will soon be able to do that.
Fantastic. Yeah. And well, finally, as we are wrapping up this conversation, tell me, what is your long-term vision for Sansaar and also for India's soft power when it comes to global home aesthetics?
So I definitely think this market is going to grow. In terms of a general long-term vision for the industry, I really hope that India powers into, instead of being like manufactured in India, like designed in India. And for Sansaar, we're trying to build a brand with global sensibilities and local relevance, and I hope that we can take it global one day as well.
All the very best to you. Thank you so much for your time, Sarah.
Thank you.